Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Parvati here from agoodwife.net, and I'm so excited to share with you guys a week in the life of a stay-at-home mom who is recently postpartum. I've had my daughter 3 months ago as of today, and I'm so excited to share with you how I've been kind of getting back into the feel of being in the kitchen and just being a homemaker for my family. For the first 2 months after having my daughter, I was on what's called like Chinese postpartum confinement, and I was inspired to try that out the best that I could after reading this book. I forgot the name of the book, but I'm going to link it in the description box, and it talks about taking time off, taking time away, and it's inspired by the many cultures around the world where when a woman has a baby, that mother takes off at least 1 month to 2 months of rest, and it stays out the kitchen and just allows everybody to help her with her duties and stuff like that, so you just have time to be with your baby. So this is me getting back into the swing of things. For 2 months or 3 months, I think it's 2 months, I wasn't completely out of the kitchen. Like I did manage to get in there and make some meals, because I didn't always have help every single day. Sometimes, because my mom was helping me, so sometimes if she had to go back home, I would step in to go ahead and cook for the family. But it's just been a pretty wild ride, so I've been really doing my best to get back in the flow of things, like taking care of my son's hair. This is my youngest son, and he has micro locks. I locked his hair when he was 2, and he's 4 now, and ever since then I just retie his hair. He has the 3-point rotation method that I'm doing, and it pretty much works out for us. He doesn't like getting his hair combed, so I just locked his hair and decided to do mini locks or micro locks on his hair. So that's what I've been trying my best to get through doing. As of right now, he still has like a quarter left of his hair that I have to finish. And this is some really, really interesting stuff right here. This is my son's 7th grade vocabulary workbook. My oldest son is in 6th grade, but his vocabulary level is on a 7th grade level, so I went ahead and bought him a 7th grade book to challenge him a little bit. He's homeschooled, so this is his whole curriculum. I pretty much put his curriculum together myself. I don't subscribe to a company that puts it together already because it's pretty expensive, and also my son has different levels that he's on, so I'm aware of that, so I go ahead and make sure that he has everything he needs. Yeah, I've just been preparing for a lot of things this year. I've been doing my best to prepare my son for his upcoming school year of being in 6th grade, and just doing all the middle school homework. Everything's a little bit more advanced now, so I've been getting a lot of good like study books for him to be able to have a reference, so that we don't always have to go to the internet all the time. Not your little teething ring. Yeah, so I've been like steadily getting through everyone's hair. So after I had my baby in October, I hadn't done anything with my husband's hair since like the month prior. I think that was the last time he did anything with his hair. I think that was the last time I did anything with his hair. And my oldest son, literally like half of his locks was like retwisted before I gave birth to Luli. And my youngest son's hair also did not get retied. His hair had not gotten retied, I think, for like 3 months. But it did get washed, but I wasn't able to retie it until after I gave birth. I think I started retying my son's hair. My youngest son's hair, who you see me in this video, I'm going to show you guys me retying his hair for the 2nd time after giving birth to her. Because the first time I retied his hair was in October, and he had a fresh retie, but now we're in the beginning of January and it's time again for his hair. He has a lot of new growth. So I finished my hair I think I started on my hair in December. It took a while for me to finish my hair. It usually does. It usually takes me like 3 weeks. Only because I'm a mother and I'm hands-on. I homeschool. Maintenancing their hair takes weeks instead of hours because of all the stuff that I have to do. I would honestly say it's been difficult adjusting to having 2 children versus now adding a baby into the mix. But, my baby isn't, she isn't very demanding. She's very, very calm and easygoing and pleasant. But just the added responsibilities and trying to manage the household and manage meals and things like that, I've been really getting into understanding how to meal plan and understanding budgeting for different meals and really sticking to that. I would say that's my biggest issue, is me randomly wanting to make brown buttered sourdough cookies or a random pound cake or just random chili. Like, that's me. I really think of something and then I want to make it, versus sticking to the meal plan. But today I'm making some sourdough discard banana nut bread, and this is a recipe that I'm working on to perfect before I bring it to my blog. Right now, it's good. Like what you're seeing me do, this is pretty much just the normal way someone would put together banana bread, but I'm really looking for a certain type of texture with the bread itself. I want it to be nice and soft, not too soft, but I'm very particular about my food, so I really want to get it to a good texture before I bring it to the blog. But other than that, it's really just some overripe bananas or really ripe bananas, vanilla essence. I have my discard and baking powder and sugar. It's a very, very simple recipe. It is nothing difficult at all. Like, if you wanted to swap out the ripe bananas and put blueberries, you totally could do that, frozen or fresh. Swap out the blueberries with raisins and cinnamon or maybe some chopped up apples. That would be amazing. So, you could really just get creative in the kitchen. Now that I am a mother of 3 and I have a baby, I am just so happy because, I really feel like me and my husband manifested our baby girl, because before having her, we were talking about having a daughter and talking about having a daughter during the water rabbit, the year of the water rabbit. If any of you guys are familiar with the Chinese zodiac, me and my husband are very into astrology and numerology. So it doesn't matter if it's tropical astrology or Chinese astrology, we are avidly into studying that type of information. So yeah, I'm just so blessed and feel very, very thankful for my daughter and the birth that I had. It's absolutely just one of the most amazing births I've ever had in my life, and I can't wait to share that with you guys. If you don't know, I'll just let you know right now that I had a free birth, so I didn't have any medical attention. I didn't have any midwives or anything like that during the birth of my daughter, and it was just such amazing experience, and I can't wait to share that with you guys. But for right now, let's just stick to the matter at hand, which is I'm going through adjusting, being postpartum and still managing everything in my house. One of the biggest ways that I'm able to do this is because of this wrap that you guys see me wearing right now. This is the CUDDLE baby wrap, and I really wish I would have discovered wraps back when I had my first son, back when I had my second son. Oh my gosh, it would have made life so much more easy. I'm able to, run around the kitchen and cook, clean, wash things, wipe down the counter. I'm able to do a lot more when I'm wearing this baby wrap versus if she's just in my hand. What I will say is that I use this baby wrap so much in the kitchen, it does get dirty quickly. So I definitely would advise for another mama, if you're wanting to have a wrap like this, definitely buy two. I'm going to leave the link below where you can go ahead and find the Cuddle Baby wrap. And trust me, you're not going to be disappointed. I absolutely love the color variety. I got the terracotta, and I think it's so pretty. It's one of my favorite colors right now. It's burnt orange. So you guys just see me mashing the bananas, and you see that was like a really dark banana. Like, I really want to taste that banana flavor whenever I'm making banana bread. And I always make sure to use organic bananas, but if you don't have organic bananas, just use what you have. Like I said, you could put any type of fruit in here and it'll go great. So since I'm really trying not to do the most in the kitchen, the meals that I've been picking up from the store has been things that I can pretty much just throw together. Like, if I go to Costco, I'll make sure to try my best to get some Kevin's meals that kind of already put together. I don't really have to do much. I can just add some noodles with it or some rice and frozen vegetables, and we have like a Asian night stir fry situation going on. So I haven't really been cooking anything like curry chicken around this time, or doing anything fancy like brown stew chicken, or making my tikka chicken masala or butter chicken. A lot of the different foods that I make that require a lot of expertise or attention, I haven't been making foods like that. I've been doing my best to kind of just make simple things like a pot pie or tacos, soups. My family is really just going bananas for soups right now because of how I've been making them. So usually now, since my oldest son and my husband have decided that they wanted to be vegetarian, and it's just me and my younger son who are eating meat, I usually just make two different types of soup. I'll make a vegetarian style chili, and then I'll make a meat chili with beef in it. And, we've just really been loving that. And I have been dipping my hands back into my sourdough starter and getting my bread going, making sure that I have bread for the family, because it just really helps to kind of like stretch meals out if you have some bread to dip in your soup or anything like that. I've really just been doing my best to make sure my sourdough starter is fed, so that whenever I need to make some bread, I just go ahead and whip up some bread to make for my family. Another thing that I've really been trying to keep up with is the cleanliness of my home, and doing my best to wash out the dishes, just wash as I go while I'm cooking, because if not, it can get to be a really big mess. And it's kind of irritating trying to clean up a big set of dishes versus it's just one pot or one pan if you just use it to fry an egg or anything like that. So that's the practice that I've really been trying my best to keep up with diligently, and that is like my husband's go-to. He likes that method of cleaning as you go, so I'm really doing my best to incorporate that in my routine whenever I'm in the kitchen, so that I don't have to clean up just like one big entire mess. So I'm still on my journey of fitness right now, and doing my best to heal my diastasis recti after having my daughter. This isn't something that I've talked about on my channel before, but after having my first son, I had diastasis recti, but I didn't know what that was. And if you don't know either, it's basically your abdominal muscles that have separated right there where your linea alba is. So during pregnancy, your body has to accommodate for the baby, the weight, and all of that, and the growing uterus, and your body will stretch because of that. So after you have your baby, you have to do core workouts, mostly TVA, transverse abdominal workouts, and oh boy, I've been doing my best to try and keep up with that. I just started doing my workouts I think at the latter part of the 3rd month being postpartum, and it's really been going well. I've only been doing it for like 1 week and I've already seen results. So that is just making me feel like I'm just going to even go harder, every day, make sure that I get in to do my core workouts, because I'm trying to be summer ready, okay? I'm trying to be summer ready. I want to have a nice flat stomach for summer. So I'm wearing my dresses. My stomach is flat. I don't want no mommy pouch in the summer. And I understand if you're the type of woman who's okay with that and you're not so into, how your body is showing up. But, it's okay if it's not something that you're into. But the type of person that I am, I really want to be fit. And I've always had a flat stomach. So that's just something that is me. And I want to feel like myself again after having a baby. So I always make sure to work out and make sure to be fit after giving birth, because it's very important to me and also important to my mental health as well. I always got to have a cup of tea. I'm a teaaholic, guys. Like tea all day. I'm drinking some tea. But I think I've got green tea here today, green tea and honey. And, this is kind of tricky here. I definitely need to get some bread bags, so I don't have to cut into my bread prematurely and then bag it up. But this is what my banana bread is looking like at the end of the cooking process, and I think it looks really beautiful. I'm not hating on this bread. I think it's amazing. It definitely is good enough to go up on my website, but I'm a perfectionist, so I'm tinkering around with this recipe a little bit more so I can get it just perfectly as I'd love it to share with you guys. And my sons absolutely loved it. This bread never lasts in my house. Banana bread never lasts. Like, my husband loves my banana bread. And actually what's pretty funny is that growing up, I did not like banana bread. It was not something that I wanted to eat at all. And I think it's because I wasn't making it. It was other people making it. And I prefer my method of making banana bread. I really do. It tastes so good. And today I am doing a sheet pan dinner. This is my go-to meal postpartum right now, okay? Sheet pan dinners. I did not get a chance to sit down with you guys before I had my daughter to kind of give an update about what was going on in my life. But basically, I was unable to prep and meal prep how I really wanted to before having my daughter. And because of that, being postpartum now, jumping back into my kitchen, I don't have any meals ready to go, so I'm just really trying to cook easy, quick things that are healthy. So this is a sheet pan dinner that I'm putting together. We've got some Brussels sprouts, some organic celery, and some heirloom carrots. And also, I believe I chopped up some shallots that my mom had got for me that I've really been trying to get rid of, because I normally don't cook with shallots, but I actually really like them. I was pretty surprised at that. And I just went ahead and coated my pan and the vegetables with some olive oil and sea salt and a little bit of some Mediterranean seasoning, and just kind of mixed it all up together to get the seasonings going, and making sure everything was coated really nicely. And like I said, my oldest son and my husband are vegetarian, so the meat that I had to put on here, I just put it to the side so me and my younger son could have some sausages with this. And I cut up some little potatoes, all of the stuff I got from Costco. When I went last month to Costco and picked up a lot of these different foods so I can make sheet pan dinners. But honestly, what I can say is that my family has gotten pretty tired of my sheet pan dinners. They've gotten pretty tired of it pretty quickly. So this is one that I'm probably going to retire and replace for soups, because I love sheet pan dinners, but they don't really seem to like it that much. They're really not into it. They're really not into it as much as I am. So if I'm trying to put together just a quick snack for me as mama, you know, just trying to eat something, then hey, I would probably go ahead and have some. But yeah, they're not into it. So I'm just going to go ahead and bake this in the oven at 400 degrees. And this is what it's looking like. It's absolutely delicious. I love it. If you're not a picky eater and you like your vegetables roasted, sheet pan dinners is definitely a way to go, because it's just all you need is a knife. You need a sheet pan. Mostly everybody has those, so it's not like a big deal. It's not like you need, you know, some type of extravagant cooking machine to do this. Thank you guys so much for spending this time with me, and I'll be back with another video soon. Okay? Take care.